Today, we are talking about something that is so important and so on my heart right now, which is why I've decided to share it with you for the interest of benefiting you. Okay, so let's get started. Hi, good morning. I'm Melissa Agnes, and this is Morning Lives with me, Melissa Agnes, a daily space to help leaders just like you stay connected and grounded and aligned in your inner strength, in your inner resilience, in your purpose, because you're doing work that matters. So if you want to continuously increase your unwavering steadiness, which is like your belief in self and your knowings of why you're here and why the work that you do matters and that it's possible and that you are capable, to lead as well with increased clarity, especially in the moments of uncertainty when maybe nobody has all the answers, and to lead with deeper connection. When I say deeper connection, I mean connection to yourself, connection to the divine source, God, creator, universe, quantum, your higher self, whatever you want to call that, infinite intelligence, infinite wisdom, whatever word you want to give to it, the thing that is bigger than you, than any of us, because we're in co-creation always, and connection to those that you are here to serve for the meaningful impact you are here to make. As you step into the work that you were called to do, then these morning lives are for you. This is why I show up every single morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, live on LinkedIn and IG, to share one anchoring message that is intended to help you open perspective, remember what's true, remember what's real, remember what matters to you and for you in the work that you do, in the way that you lead. And then we follow that with about a 10-minute grounding drop-in or coherence drop-in, which I'll explain in a few minutes if it's your first time here with me. All right, so let's begin. Just quick notes that if you comment something in the chat, if you're live on LinkedIn or IG, I love it when you do. There's a lag, so there will be a few seconds between when I see it and respond and when you hear me. And if you can share this, I do this for free, and I ask that in return, if it serves you, if it supports you, share it with others so it can serve and support them. Because we need more leaders who are fully online, fully engaged, fully in alignment, and fully coherent. Okay, here's my message today. As purpose-driven leaders, as mission-driven leaders, it is so critically important that you have practices and support systems in place to self-resource regularly. What does self-resourcing mean? Self-resourcing means essentially putting your oxygen mask on first so that you can show up your most powerful, your most potent, your most resonant, your most highest capacity, highest energy, highest vibrational self as you lead and do the important work that you do. What does this look like? Sure, therapy could be one of them. I believe that there's so many different modalities of therapeutic support that don't involve talk therapy or that are other than talk therapy that actually work a lot deeper. So what does it mean? Having a support system where you can go to people, maybe it's close friends, maybe it's a coach, maybe it's all of the above, it probably should be all of the above, where you can release, where you can go and you can express and you can release everything that is on your heart, all of the weight on your shoulders, all the things, not for somebody to fix it for you, but for somebody to be a reflection in a mirror and to remind you of who you are and what you're capable of, and that those people are a safe place for you to empty out, because we can't change the world, we can't fix the world, we can't make changes the way that the world needs us to make changes when we are depleted and when our cup is so full that we're overflowing. So filled and overflowing with gratitude and excitement, totally different. That is a self-resourcing thing. But so full and overflowed with the weight of the world and the emotionality that comes with seeing all of the corruption and all of what's wrong with the world that you are working to make a positive impact in changing. all of the pain that we can feel as empathic leaders, all of everybody else's pain that we can take on and confuse oftentimes for being ours, ways in which to empty that out so that it doesn't deplete you, it doesn't lower your vibration, your frequency, and put you into head and into survival and out of heart and out of alignment. It is so important. This might look like a whole bunch of different things. So I'll share like the things that I know and the things that I do and the things that I've seen others do. So having a coach. So this is what I do. For the record, this is what I do. I serve purpose-driven, mission-driven leaders. I create a space for those who are moving mountains in making positive impact and change, much needed change in this world, in alignment with creating less pain and suffering. That's kind of a high level way of saying that. I create a safe space for those leaders to empty out, to release, to realign, to remember what's true and real, to hold the vision with them of what the impossible dream that they are making possible, bringing to life is, and keeping them in alignment, or supporting them and staying in alignment with that. Having a coach, a mentor, someone who helps you do that, critically important. I constantly have at least one on a regular basis for me, myself. At least one. Oftentimes I have more than one because different people serve in different ways, right? So that's one thing. Having a support system of close friends or loved ones, or I should say, and loved ones. So like Aaron for me, is a great just kind of, he doesn't try to fix what's going on. He just listens, and he's great to bounce ideas around and to be supportive. My fiance. I also have different friend groups who are also mission-driven, purpose-driven leaders who know what it is to do this work, whatever this work is for you. And you can like share with, and you don't feel so alone with, and you get that empowerment, and you remember who you are, and they hold up a mirror and they tell you the truth, right? Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable and necessary, and sometimes the truth is just a remembrance and also necessary. Being in nature, doing things that bring you joy. Doing things that bring you joy. The highest frequency is love, joy, gratitude, excitement. Keep yourself up there as much as possible as you empty out the negative emotionality or the lower frequency. I'm sorry, I don't mean negative emotionality. The lower frequency, the fear-based, right? We talk about this often, emotionality. Having a process to do that. Maybe it's breath work. Maybe it's some kind of somatic movement. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's walking in nature. Maybe it's just sitting down and allowing yourself to offload all of the tension and all of the emotions that you're feeling, that you're holding, that you might be feeling from others, as well as holding and feeling in and of yourself. We come from a society that says that crying is weak. Crying is not freaking weak. Crying is a release. Crying actually releases the toxicities in our system that don't serve us and replenishes oxytocin and all the happy hormones. Sorry, words aren't coming to me today. Serotonin. Right? So giving yourself space and having systems in place. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's Pilates. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's making sure that you take days off to do things that bring you joy. My purpose in saying this is that it is so important. And me, I realize, and I'm realizing more and more as I step into this work. So I used to do crisis comms stuff, crisis comms work and crisis leadership work, and that was so impactful and so frustrating on so many levels. But it was great because it was mission focused, and I was like gung-ho and let's go. And now as I've taken a different shift and I'm serving the leaders who are out there making the changes and moving the mountains, I am experiencing how much, when you see the truth, it's easy to become jaded. It's easy to see the truth and see the corruption and see all of the broken parts of our systems and our society, and to feel all of the pain and suffering of all of the people, and to start feeling like so many people do eventually, which is, oh, I'm just one person. I can't make the change. It's way too big. It's bigger than me. That's not true. That's depletion talking. And so it's so important as mission-driven leaders that you have systems, not one, but systems in place that allow you to feel all the feelings through, because emotion is energy in motion. We get to move it through and out so that you can then raise your vibrations and hold what is true. Remember what is true, which is just because things are doesn't mean they have to be, and you have the power to create meaningful change. You cannot create that meaningful change when you are depleted. So today's message is to remember to have systems in place. We need the systems. Why do we need the systems? Because when we are depleted and when we are overwhelmed and when we are in survival, therefore, it is so easy to forget to self-replenish, to self-resource. And so by having systems in place, you create a system, you systematize the process of replenishing. And we need you, the world needs you to replenish, to put your oxygen mask on first so that you can do the important, meaningful work that you are here to do. The breathwork drop-ins that we do every morning together is a way of supporting you in doing that. When you breathe, sometimes, I don't know if it's happened for you yet, but when you breathe, sometimes you do those drop-ins, all of a sudden, this happens to my clients all the time, happens to me sometimes, where all of a sudden tears just start streaming down your face, right? And after that session, my clients will be like, I don't know why I was crying. It doesn't matter. You don't have to know. It's a release. What's happening? Your buckets were overflowing with all of the weight and all of the overwhelm and all of the emotionality and all of the intensity of what you hold and what you carry and what your mission is. And so that leakage, that release, that allows your buckets to empty so that you can go back to battle, so that you can go back and make the important impact that you are here to make. You can't do it in depletion. You can't do it when your buckets are like full. And I don't mean the positive buckets. I don't mean the buckets that are talking about, the excitement and all the things that fuel you. I'm talking about the things that weigh you down. Putting systems in place to systemize your self-replenishment, your self-resourcing, your self-nourishment. Maybe it's taking a bath in the middle of the day. And maybe it's making sure that you make that bath luxurious in the middle of the day. Because in the middle of one day, you might feel like, oh my God, this is a lot. Oh my goodness, this is a lot. What can you do for yourself in that morning? Put on music, or in that moment, put on music. Maybe it's rose petals and bath salts and bubble bath. And you take 20 minutes to breathe and to relax and to unwind and to self-resource. I am right now giving you permission to do that at any point in time. There's no time that says that, there's nothing that dictates, other than nonsense, that you can't take time in the middle of a workday to self-resource. We need you to do this. Let's create a culture in our world, in our society that permissions this. And it starts with you, for you. Oh, that is my message today. That is my message today, because as I do the work that I do, it's so easy to start to feel the weight of it all. And it doesn't serve us to get stuck and weighed down by the weight of it all. It does serve us, and it does serve the world, to feel the weight of it all, and then to lean into something that self-resources and refuels you, to have the energy and the vitality and the belief and the knowing and the higher frequency vibrations to go and do the important work that we need you to do. And our morning drop-ins are in support of this. Dropping into your body and out of your analytical mind and out of fear, therefore, is a way of self-resourcing. If you need to, I share this with my clients all the time, if you need to, put on 3 timers throughout your day. 3 different times, maybe in the morning, maybe in the mid-afternoon, and maybe in the evening, where you put a timer on and it makes you, the decision is that when that timer goes off, you take 10 minutes. You put the clock on for 10 minutes, you put another timer on for 10 minutes, and you breathe. We do 10-minute drop-ins every morning together. How do you feel at the end of those 10-minute drop-ins? If the answer is resourced, calm, aligned, empowered, it's all it takes. It just takes 10 minutes. And that is a big part of self-resourcing. So on that note, let's do it. Let's do this week's Friday drop-in. All right, so for those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome. A drop-in is essentially a guided breath work where you just breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. You listen to my words, I guide you. If your body tells you that it wants to do something else, maybe it tells you it wants to move, maybe it tells you it wants to breathe in a different way, whatever it might tell you, your body is your highest authority. You are your highest authority, so listen to it over me. And part of the reason, the purpose of these drop-ins is to create a deeper connection, a deeper relationship with your body. Because what do we know to be true? What does science tell us? Science tells us that we have 3 intelligence centers, not just the brain, but we have the heart brain and the gut brain. And by accessing our body, we access infinite wisdom and guidance and clarity and vision and all the things that we need to move the mountains that you are here to move. So listen to your body, because by listening to your body, you're creating a deeper relationship and it will never guide you wrong. Okay, so shutting down distractions. If you are driving, please don't do this. Come back to the recording at a different time. If you are in public and you can shut down distractions, but you feel a little silly because there's people around and they might think something, let them. Let them, because when you come out of this drop-in and you feel resourced and you feel energized and you feel aligned and you feel potent, you feel powerful, they're going to wonder how you did that. What's your secret? And how can they get in on it? And then you get to lead this great ritual, this great self-resourcing modality by example. And that is a great thing. So, getting comfortable, dropping into whatever seat you are in. Maybe you're in a car, parked, waiting to go into the office, and taking these 10 minutes for you. Wherever you are. Settling in. Closing distractions. Being present, gifting yourself with this. If your brain is going a mile a minute, just simply tell it, I'm going to just put you to the side right now, and I'm going to get into my body so that I can come back and hear you with even more clarity in 10 minutes. May sound silly, but it works. And when you're ready, shutting down your eyes, softening your gaze, whatever feels most comfortable. And let's start the breath. So that's in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and on your next exhale, so in through the nose, out through the mouth, following that breath out through the mouth, following it with your awareness, following it as it goes down your body, down your throat, down your heart, down your belly, and follow it right down into your sit bones. An invitation to really bring your awareness, bring your consciousness, which is a great practice in and of itself. As you breathe, keep that breath flowing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and really feel into the sensations of the seat that you are sitting on against your body. What does that seat feel like against your body? Notice how deeply, how secure it's got you, how secure it is. That no matter how much you let go and sink in, no matter how much you decide to release your tension into that seat, it won't mind and it won't drop you. Which means you are safe to be present, you are safe to sink in, you are safe to breathe. Keeping that breath flowing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And on your next inhale, let's take our awareness and bring it up with the breath. So in through the nose, bringing that breath up and feeling it come up from the sit bones, up through the belly, and landing right in your heart. And maybe it's supportive to bring a hand to your heart so that you can help your awareness really land there. So feeling the sensation and focusing on the sensation of the air while you're breathing in and out, in through your nose and out through your mouth. You're really focusing here on expanding the heart. So with every breath in, you are opening up your heart space, and every breath out from your mouth, you are following that breath from your heart down into your belly. So it's this circular pattern that we're creating to really activate our energy centers and get deeper and deeper into the body. So in through the nose, but opening up that heart center. Maybe that feels like you're expanding your chest cavity and it's opening up and it's taking in all that oxygen. Or maybe it feels like a visualization where you are visualizing your heart's electromagnetic field just opening up outside of your bodily borders. Whatever works best for you. And with every exhale through your mouth, you're taking that energy that's coming in through the heart and you're bringing it down into your belly, your solar plexus. And that pathway, you're letting that pathway of in through the heart, letting that feel so good, letting that feel so nourishing and so replenishing, because you are breathing in, you are taking in life force that is allowed to feel so good. And with every exhale, sinking more and more deeply into your belly, again, letting that feel grounding, letting that feel good, letting that feel safe, letting that feel whole, and circulating this breath. In through the mouth, opening up that chest cavity, in through the nose, and then out through the mouth, sinking deeper and deeper into the belly. In through the nose, taking that air into the heart, out through the mouth, following that breath down into the belly. And taking the breath on your own and getting to play with it here. What feels good? And when you find what feels good, how can you let it feel even better? Maybe as you breathe, you notice a tear start streaming out, remembering our message of today. That is simply a release. That is a gift. That means that you are making space to do even more of the important work that you're here to do. In through the nose, opening up that heart space, feeling that energy, feeling that life force, feeling that air come in through the heart, out through the mouth, sinking deeper and deeper into the calm, safety, feel good of your body. Letting it feel good, letting it bring you into expansion, opening up even more, opening that heart space up even further, letting it feel so revitalizing to bring that breath in, sinking in even deeper with every exhale, letting it feel so secure, so safe, so calming as you sink even more deeply into your belly, into your solar plexus. Keep cycling that air. In our last few moments of breath, keeping the breath flowing. If your hand isn't on your heart, bringing a hand to your heart and taking in a moment of gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for taking these 10 minutes to tap in, to connect more deeply to yourself and all of the infinite wisdom that you possess and that you have access to. Gratitude to yourself for taking these 10 minutes to resource yourself, to put your oxygen mask on first so that you can enter into the rest of your day with even more clarity, with even more inner strength, with even more power. Gratitude to your body for being always accessible and one breath away from that self-resourcing. What a beautiful, beautiful gift that is, that you always have access to. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and coming back to the moment, coming back to the screen. And if you feel called, I would love to hear how you feel. How was that for you? What did you feel? What did you notice? What did you struggle with? What are you grateful for? And if you don't want to share in the chats, then share with yourself. Maybe you journal. Write it down. Explore it. This is about self-exploration. It's about self-relationship, self-connection. This is a powerful, powerful leadership resource and skill and tool for mission-driven leaders. Today's message, for those of you who are just joining, and for those of you who need to hear it again, was how much we need as mission-driven leaders, as purpose-driven leaders. We need to systemize. We need to create processes for self-resourcing. We cannot create the meaningful impact. You cannot create the meaningful impact that you are here to create on the world or in your communities or in your company or in your family when you're depleted. And we don't come from a society that has taught us and permissioned us and really rewarded us for taking the time to self-resource. But I can tell you that it is so incredibly important. And so earlier today in this session, I listed all kinds of different ways that might look. All kinds of different ways to self-resource. And it's not about having one way, and it's not about talk therapy. Talk therapy might have its purpose, but it doesn't truly go as deep as you need. When you are when you are moving mountains, it is so easy to feel the weight of what you are doing. It is so easy to feel the weight of the world. It is so easy to take on the pain and the suffering of everybody that you are here to support and serve and the changes that you're here to make. And if you don't have ways to empty that out so that you can come back recharged and refueled and ready and strong and holding that vision and raising your frequencies so that you can do the impossible, because the impossible is actually possible, but you can't do it running on empty. And it's so easy in the moments that we are depleted to succumb to that depletion, to allow the weight of it all to weigh us down. And your work is too important, your mission is too important, your purpose is too important for that to be your truth, to allow for that to happen. And it's so easy to forget in those moments of depletion to self-resource. So having processes, having systems in place is so incredibly supportive, constructive, important, replenishing. And so what are those systems for you? Put them in place. Access them. Utilize them so that you can do the important work that you are here to do in full capacity, in full frequency, in full resonance, because you're here to move mountains, and this is the way to support you in doing so. And if you don't permission yourself for this, nobody else will, so you get to. I mean, I will, and I am right now. But you need to permission yourself, and you need to remove any guilt that you might feel that society has imposed upon you. If you need to take a bath in the middle of the day for 20 minutes to self-resource, if you need to meditate for an hour in the middle of the day to self-resource, do it. I'll tell you, I do it, and I have zero guilt. I'm so grateful that I get to do that. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do the work that I do, and the work that I do matters. The work that you do matters. All right, that is my message. That is my share. We're going into the weekend. We're going into a long weekend, at least in the US. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm even surprised that I even know that, because normally I don't. I will not be here on Monday because I'm going to take a long weekend, because I'm realizing that I really need some self-resourcing. So I'm taking a long weekend to have fun and to enjoy myself and to kind of remember the things I need to remember, which is that the world is good. Okay, so I wish the same for you. Stephanie writes, thank you, grateful for the remembrance and space to feel. Heck yeah. So I will be back Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, for another morning live with me, Melissa Agnes, where I will share another anchoring truth to help you remember what's true, what's real, what's important, what's necessary for you as a mission-driven leader, and to lead another 10-minute drop-in to help you get into alignment, into clarity, into peace, into your power, into your resonance, so that you can go and move the mountains that you are here to move. I am sending you so much love. I am wishing you a joyous weekend filled with self-resourcing activities and things that bring you joy and help you feel light. And I will see you Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. All right.